your biggest musical influences?
Well, this is a difficult question, one that you're asked a lot. But it's the difficult question to answer because you always leave something out because you're influenced by so many different things. My brother, Pete, he's 4 years older than I am. Big music influence on me. He brought the records into the house. He had a job. He could buy the records. And we used to sit with George and we would sit and listen to records and we would dissect the records, and it was kind of like music school for me. We would say, you know, we would take each person's part, and it was mostly with Rolling Stones, the early Rolling Stones albums, and so Charlie Watts obviously is probably my biggest tutor. I started listening to Fleetwood Mac record in Chicago, and that was a big influence on me. That was actually, I love slide guitar playing, so Mick Fleetwood, that record was a big influence on me. And then we opened, when we got the band going, we opened for, we did shows with Howlin' Wolf, Muddy Waters, Hound Dog Taylor, and all of those people were an enormous influence on us. Ted Harvey played drums with Hound Dog Taylor and the House Rockers. He came to me one time and he said, "You're really good at building a song. I mean, you really do a good job of doing that." And that goes back to what I did with my brother and George, picking apart Rolling Stones records. I got into James Cotton had a band in the mid-70s, which in my view was one of the best bands ever assembled. And the drummer in that band was Kenny Johnson. And he was he had this incredibly fast, his right hand, and I used to sit and try and practice along. There was a live record, and I used to sit and practice with that, trying to keep up with what he was doing, and so that took, you know, that helped my playing a lot, took it to a whole another level, and I was in awe of what he could do. If you ever saw him play, you know what I'm talking about. And the next guy that really that I use a lot of what he taught me, and what we do to this day, it was Richie Hayward from Little Feat, and we toured with them in 1992. We toured with them for like 6 weeks, so I got to study him every night. Another guy that helped me was Gordy Knudston, and he's the drummer for the Steve Miller Band, and we toured with them, and he would sit with us, Gordy would, and he would just go over these, you know, this technique. He's a teacher, and so I just sit and listen to him talk, and I picked up a couple of things from him, and that really helped me do some things that I do now. So. Bad to the bone.